Good morning, everybody. This is Sean Orem. I'm the president of Alliance Benefit Group Rocky Mountain. Welcome to our webcast regarding the plan sponsor website. And wanted to take a little bit of time this morning, number one, to just thank you guys for your business and thank you for choosing Alliance Benefit Group Rocky Mountain. What I'll be doing today is just kind of presenting the plan sponsor website that gives you access to your plan on the website. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them in the chat bar. I'll try and get to them as much as possible. If there are any questions that I don't answer on this webcast, I will personally answer after the webcast or give you a call. So I'd like to welcome everybody. Our website, in order to access your plan via the website, is abgrm.com. Once you log in, you're going to want to go to the employer section. That'll take you to a landing screen where you're going to be able to log in. The logins are issued by us. If you don't recall your login, don't hesitate to call your client service manager or call our helpline. We can definitely get that information to you. And you'll be able to log in right here. Also, some additional information is on here. A quick link to our plan sponsor link. That's how you get your plan documents and whatnot. If you haven't registered with the DOL to sign your 5500, you can do that there. If you need a fidelity bond for your plan, which the IRS requires, at least every plan be bonded for at least 10% of the plan assets. And then just a quick look at the limits for this year and then past years. So I'll just quickly log in and then we can get started. If I can type here. So if you have more than one plan with us, a lot of our clients have a cafeteria plan and a 401k plan, you'll be able to access both plans off of your login. For today's presentation, I'll only be going through the retirement plan, the 401k plans, and whatnot that way. So if you have questions about the cafeteria plan, we will be doing another webcast regarding sponsor access for your cafeteria plan, so keep an eye out for that. This is our landing page. What you'll want to do when you log in is just take a look at this information. Hopefully it's all correct. We have some basic information as far as if the plan is top heavy or not, how often your payrolls are processed. If any of this information is incorrect, make sure you let your client service manager know. Down here you get a quick look of all the assets in your plan. You can flip through multiple pages. You can take a look at the activity on your plan by clicking the activity button. It shows total employer contributions, employee contributions, withdrawals, loans, and transfers in this case are actually rollovers. Those are transfers into the plan. You can also flip over to, if you want to see what the employee counts in your plan are, the total number of employees, numbers of balances, just a quick, simple view. A lot of people will ask their client service manager, hey, how much do I have in forfeitures? What do I have for this year? And that's easy as well. All you got to do is just go down here. You can view your balance and suspense, and then that will show you what your forfeiture account is. So for match, there's $5,000 in there for this sample plan. For profit sharing, $8,000. And so that's a good way to figure out what your current forfeitures are in the plan. Super easy to get to, and you can look at it that way. In addition, if you use divisions, some of our clients tend to have divisions that can tell you what the plan assets are by division just by clicking the division button. As you scroll down here, you can view your investments and models. If your financial advisor happens to have models with us, it'll default to the model view. It tells you how many employees are in there. It tells you what the total assets are in each model. And if you want to know what the underlying mutual funds are, anywhere you see a model on our website, you just click that, and it's going to pop up what the underlying investments are and the balances within the model. So if you look at the investments, just simply click the investments, same type of information. You can see each investment, how many participants are in that investment. A lot of times it's a great opportunity if you're meeting with your advisor and you guys are thinking about replacing a fund. Let's say, for example, this Hartford International. And they ask, well, how many people are in the fund? You can simply look here and you can see, well, there's essentially one person in the fund with only $3,000. It may make it easier to plan if you're going to replace that, to plan that kind of information. As you scroll down, it'll show your payroll contributions that we have processed. and what the status is. If it's pending, it just means we're waiting for settlement. We've received it, we processed it, we're just waiting for the settlement results. What I do like about this is if you're questioning about a contribution that we just processed, you can click that date, it'll open up that contribution. It'll tell you how much is the contribution, loan payment, and all you got to do is click Show Employees, and then you can actually see the employees that were in that contribution. A lot of times, an employee will come in and say, hey, you didn't post the right amount of money for me in my last deferral contribution. And if you wanted to check it out for yourself, this is a good way to do that. Otherwise, I mean, of course, they can always just give us a call. So that's the landing page in a nutshell. Simple, great access of information. What I also want to do is show you up here, this little sprocket. That allows you to change your password, and then some quick links down here to some different transactions that I'm going to be showing you later. If there's any messages out there posted for you, it'll show up underneath this little bell. There'll be a little number, and there'll be a message out there. Sometimes we'll post a message. Typically when there's like a holiday and the market's going to be closed or something like that, we may post messages out to you folks. Some of the sub-menus in here, you can take a look at the investment returns, employee counts, DOL, EFAS instructions for electronically filing, your summary plan descriptions out here. So these are some great information that you'll be able to take a look at and have easy access to. A lot of times people will go take a look at their investment returns, and this shows the model portfolios. If you want the mutual fund investment returns, just come down here to fund and prospectus information, and it'll show you the 1, 3, 5-year returns. Anywhere there's an F, you can access the fund fact sheets. A P is a prospectus. And this gives you all the information required by the Department of Labor for disclosures for the mutual funds within your plan. Next thing I'll show you real quick, we'll just go over to the Manage menu. So in Manage, this is where you'll come to really do a lot of managing for your plan. You can add or update an employee. I'll show you how to do that real quick. You can always report it in your next payroll, but if you wanted to add a new employee, you could. Just simply type in their social security number, click New Employee, and then you can put in all the necessary information for that employee. It's an easy shortcut to get that done. Emails, of course, as you guys know, and as you tend to work with us more, we try to do as much as we possibly can electronically. And email for a participant is critical. So if they have company email addresses, we'd love to have those, because anytime there's statements that we do electronically, we can blast those out. A lot of times we'll do participant education or try to encourage participation. For those that aren't participating, we can blast that information out. It essentially enhances the communication effects that we can do within the plan if that's populated. So that's very important. I'm not going to populate all that data. We'll just keep going on through here. Transaction request approval. In 2016, we did allow and turn on online distributions, hardships, and loans for our plans. And so if we are not acting as a 316 fiduciary role for you folks, you will get an email from us whenever a participant requests a distribution. And this is where you're going to go to approve that distribution. So you're just going to Manage, Transaction Request Approval, and if there's anything pending, it'll show up right here. And so what this allows you to do, you can view the request. In this case, it looks like it's Magic Johnson. But you can take a look at what he's requesting, what his balance is, what his vesting is. You want to take a look at that information, make sure it looks right. Here's his payment information. You can go through and take a look at all the details on the request. If there's any attachments, it will show an attachment there, a lot of times for hardships and things like that. And so all you need to do to approve it is you just go down here and click Approve. Now you can reject it. Why would you ever reject a distribution request? Right now we built in, I'm going to say about 14 days after you report a termination date to us before a participant can even request a distribution. If it's shorter than that, what I find is a lot of time there's residual contributions. And so maybe they quit, but you haven't run their final payroll yet. If they hurry up and take a distribution and then you prove it, the next payroll comes through, and then all of a sudden they have a small residual balance, which can be a pain in the butt to get out. So what we did is we built in that 14-day window before they can even request a distribution. And then, of course, when you're approving it, you may want to wait to make sure everything's funded. Or if you're going to plan on rehiring or something like that, you may want to reject it. But if you want to approve it, simply click approve, submit, and that's been done. Other things that are in here are transactions. Any transactions taking place in your plan, you can take a look at. So all you got to do is simply put a begin date here, an end date, and I'll just make it today. And click submit, and it's going to show all the transactions that have happened in your plan. So if you wanted to take a look at a transfer that happened on 11/20 and wanted to know who it was for and all the underlying information, you can click that information. You can see what funds were affected. You can click show employees, and you can see which employee it was. And so all that information is here if you really wanted to get down into that detail. Web VRU requests are also accessible. I like this, and what I see that happens a lot here is somebody will come into your office and say, hey, I requested a contribution change online, but I just looked at my paycheck and you haven't affected that change yet. What's going on? So you can put the date of the transaction in here, or just put a begin date or anything like that. Click submit, and you can see all the transactions that have been requested. So right here you can see like Jimbo Bobber requested a contribution change on March 9th. And then you call your client service manager, find out what happened. If you don't see it here, then chances are that participant didn't make that request. He didn't really change his contribution rate online. That happens a lot of time. I'll tell participants, until you see a confirmation number, you're not done. And so when that happens, just you can have them give us a call. You can do anything like that. But if you really wanted to look for yourself and see if they requested that transaction, you can come look at the web history right here. It shows you any transaction that's been requested by a participant online. So that information is right there. One other thing I'll show you here are forms and reports. You'll get emails from us about payroll change reports, a lot of reports that we blast out to you, and you wonder where to access those. This is where you go to access those. One thing I kind of don't like that I'm hoping we're going to enhance in our next web release is the default view. So the way it defaults to is reports here are generate reports. This allows you to generate any one of these reports for a participant or for your plan. For reports we've generated for you, you're going to want to click that drop-down box and click View Reports. What happens here is it's going to pull up all the reports that have been generated for you. So here's the contribution rate change report, some plan forms, some loan reports. You can view those. Once you're done with them, you can click delete if you want to, and it'll delete them. We're not going to delete any. We try to keep, I think, about a year's worth of reports out there. If you don't want to look at all this when you log in, you can delete the report after you're done looking at it. Forms, plan forms are available here. We have your administration guide, which is, basically tells you all the information about your plan, how to submit your census, how to do all the information that you need. It is all right here and available for you. And so a lot of times we'll send a white admin binder for this as well, but this is the electronic version of that report, and or I should say that resource. I don't know, go on file. So then the rest of the forms are out here. You have distribution forms, enrollment forms. If anything's applicable there, those are there and easily accessible for you. Payroll, this is where you go to submit your payroll, your contributions, loan payments, all that type of stuff. This is where you go to submit each pay period, that payroll information. If you click Plan Import Layout, a lot of times people will ask, hey, what's my template look like? All you got to do is click Submit here, and it'll show you what the template should look like. Now, I want you to know we have flexibility in regards to this template. If you're working with your payroll system or payroll provider, and they're sending you a certain payroll format, let your CSM know, because we can change this order. This pad here is actually names. We don't always read in names with each pay period we get, because we don't always get them. So we can change this template to match whatever you're doing in your payroll system or getting from your payroll provider. Please let us know if we need to change it for you. We'd be more than happy to do that. Right here is Payroll Import. As you're onboarded with us, Our platform manager will reach out to you. We'll go through step-by-step how to submit your payroll. We do have another webcast stored on our YouTube channel where you can view that and view how to submit payroll. If you have questions about that, please don't hesitate to let your client service manager know. Employee search, self-explanatory. What this allows you to do, this allows you to log into an employee account as if you were that employee. You can view their website as if they were logging in. So if you wanted to log into a participant and see what their history is, see what their account balance is, anything like that, all their information, this is just as if they were a participant. Then you can navigate through there just like, again, as if you're a participant. Plan sponsor link. This is a separate website. One enhancement we will be having in 2017 is we're going to be doing a single sign-on. So once you log into your plan on management system there, it won't ask you to re-log in. Right now, I know you have 2 separate user ID and password. That will be going away in 2017. We do look forward to that enhancement. This is the website for those of you that have been with us for a while that we send out tasks for you to approve. If there's any information we need to send back and forth, it's all right here for you to take a look at. Data collection. This is where you'll go to submit your census. So you go through here, you can download your census, update the salary or compensation information, or if you have a report, you can just definitely upload the information here. So this is where you'll go and submit your annual information to us and your census data to us. Documents, this is all your latest documents. So if you go into the legal plan documents, this is your adoption agreement, your summary plan description, your service agreement, your notice. All those are stored out here for you. So it's a good receptacle, so to speak, where you can get your plan document if we've done any amendments for you. A lot of people want to know if they misplaced their service agreement, want their service agreement, it'll be stored out here for you. In addition, we put the annual valuation reports out here. All that information, and then we have forms out here as well. One thing I will tell you that I don't see a lot of people using, but if you'd like to use, you're more than welcome to use it, and that's the fiduciary documents. As you meet with your advisor, you can store your investment policy statement up here. If you have minutes from your investment committee meeting, you can store those out here. All your fiduciary information you can store here. So what I like about this is if the IRS or Department of Labor ever came knocking on your door for an audit, and they are going to ask your investment policy statement, they are going to ask for your plan document, they are going to ask for service agreements, all that information is stored safely right here. The last thing I'll talk about is secure file transfer. That's essentially an FTP protocol where if you wanted to submit data to me that had sensitive information, that had social security numbers, things like that, all you need to do is you can do a new transfer. You can upload those files directly to our system. You can tell who you want to get notified, so it can be your client service manager, it can be your platform manager, whoever you need to get that data. All you got to do is come here, and it's a secure way so that you don't have to email us social security numbers. So that's both websites. Well, I should say the plan sponsor website in a nutshell. Again, I encourage all of you, this is a great resource for you to come out and manage your plan, take a look at your plan, monitor your plan. If you have any questions about your access, don't hesitate to let me know. But this is your resource, and this is a valuable resource for you. So if anybody, I don't see any questions here. I'll wait for a second here if anybody has any questions. I would just encourage each of you, if you have any questions about the website or about your website access, please don't hesitate to contact your client service manager. We'd be more than happy to meet with you or do another webcast directly with you and go over the website. Again, appreciate your business. We can't do it without you folks. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thank you. Goodbye.